Hey friends, welcome back to your girl Brittanee, and today we are going to make this super cute little market stand memory dex card. And I was inspired by the Halloween market paper collection by Cartabella, and this is a no dye all handmade. You will need a memory dex punch, but if you don't have one, you can go ahead and use a regular hole punch and cut your little portions out. But so stinking cute. Really loved how this turned out. It's really quick, really simple, not much needed to create this. So make sure you guys are hitting that like button, and if you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on my future videos, and you help your girl out with reaching her goal of 3K before the end of the year. And don't forget, I do have a giveaway going on. Check out that information down below in the description box. Enough of me rambling, let's get to this tutorial. Alright, so first we're going to start off with the base of it. So I have two pieces here that are 1.5 by 4. You can do just one. I like extra stability, and these are 110-pound weight, but I like the extra stability. And I have the Heidi Swap Memory Dex Punch. Now if you don't have this, you can go ahead and grab a hole punch and line it up and punch out your holes and then cut a slit. But I'm going to do that to these two pieces here. And then I also have my matting piece that's going to go on top of that. So I'm going to go ahead, and it is measured the exact same. I'm going to go ahead and punch that out. So then I have these pieces here. And then we have our backing. And I have two pieces that are 3 by 4. And again, you can just have one. These are 110-pound weight, but again, it's all about stability. So I'm just gonna line this up because I want to make sure I can get it as even as possible. Granted that there is a guide here, but I still want to get this lined up to the way that I want it to be. So I'm going to flip it around so then I can see where my holes are, and then line it up. Just like so. And so now that I have this one as my guide, I can go ahead and line it up with the second one. Kind of hard to see with black paper. And there we go. So that's all I am doing with the Memory Dex Punch. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue these together. Oh, I lied, just kidding. Because I need to, these are my matting pieces for my backing. So I need to cut these out. Or punch them out, I should say. All right, now I'm done doing that. And put that away. And so now I'm gonna go ahead and start matting my pieces here. So I'm gonna start off by matting my mat. And if it doesn't line up perfectly, that's fine. You can go ahead and trim off the excess. And then I'm now gonna mat this piece to the back. Okay, so now we have that. So before I mat these onto here, I'm gonna mat these two together. And again, if it doesn't line up perfectly, it's fine. Just trim off the excess. And then I'm gonna mat my first piece on the front, and then the next piece on the back. When you are matting these pieces together, you wanna line it up by the Memory Dex Punch instead of trying to line it up by its sides, because not everything is always perfect. And it also depends to like, you know, the front and back nature. Like I said, like this isn't perfect, but I can go ahead and trim that off. So now I'm gonna take my scissor, and then I'm going to cut off this excess piece. All right, so there we go. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we are going to apply this piece onto the front of our backing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start kind of low. And then again, I want to line it up by the punch. So then we have that. So we're gonna go ahead and put that to the side. So now we are going to do our box, and here is our box piece, and this one is 3 by 6. I do already have it scored, and again, no worries guys, I will have the measurements down below in the description as always. So I'm gonna go ahead, fold and crease on all of my score lines. And I'm using the Halloween Market by Cartabella. Fitting, isn't it? All right, so I know it is hard to see. So I'm gonna take my pen here so you can kind of see what I got going on. So we have a line here. You have a line here. I know that's still kind of hard to see. Then we have a line down here. Line down up here. And then it repeats, line here, and then a line here. So if we try to look closely, I understand, it's hard to see. We have this little teeny tiny square, and then we have this little rectangle here. We are going to completely remove those. And we're going to match that on the other side. Now if we go up the next row, we have this little rectangle here, and then we have this square here. We are just going to remove the rectangle. And then we're going to cut up on the score line to release the flap. And then we are going to match that again. So you can probably see a little bit better here. So we have this square, and then we have this rectangle. I'm going to completely remove this rectangle. And then I'm going to cut up on the score line to release the flap. And then I'm just going to cut a little angle piece here. Kind of do some cleanup work. So now that we have that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold in these flaps, and we are going to fold this in, and we are going to attach our flaps to the side. Okay. So now we have this, so we have an open-sided box. So it should go like this. So go ahead and fold in your tabs. You have your bottom piece here, and you have your side pieces. So if we grab our base, this is going to go not above the portion of the memory index, and not, of course, not too far below. We are going to line this up literally right, give it about 1/16 of an inch. But we're going to put it right above our little holes that we had punched. So I'm going to first glue down these little corners here so I can keep my flaps where I need them to be. So in that way, when you're trying to put it down, you don't have to worry about pushing in your flaps or anything. So it's already in its shape. And then, like I said, we're gonna put it, if you can see, we're gonna put it literally roughly right above our little memory index punch. So this is what we have so far. Try to make sure it's not crooked. And so now I'm gonna grab a straw, and what we're gonna do is we are going to hot glue right here in this front corner, right here, and we're gonna do the same thing over on this side. So I'm going to check to see, I wanna make sure that it lines up with the height of the back a little bit. Actually, I wanna go just a teeny bit above it. And I'm gonna take my scissor, cut where I need it to cut, and I do have another straw, so then that way I can do the same thing. Make sure I am even. So I'm gonna put the ugly portion towards the bottom because I want to keep it clean. So I'm gonna put that one towards the bottom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my hot glue and I'm going to squeeze at the bottom and then making sure I get to the side. Right there in that little corner. And then I'm going to repeat that on the other side. All right, so now we have that. So now we're going to start jazzing her up a little bit and making her cute. So I'm going to use, excuse me, these little fun little flags. This is Scrap Diva Designs. These are her little flags. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it around my straw at the very top, so in that way, so I'm gonna wrap it, and then and you can do the same thing with your scraps. It doesn't have to be, of course, using the die. I'm not gonna put it like I'm gonna put it roughly all the way to the top. And I'm actually going to swivel it because I don't want it to go to the side. I want it to go more to the side, but facing towards me, and then I'm going to too much glue. All right, so I'm gonna repeat that. So I'm gonna first shape her up. All right, so that is what I have so far, and then I have this little piece here that's gonna go right underneath that. So I have this 1 inch thick. The length, I didn't really measure it. I just kind of grabbed some scrap, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap it around. Actually, I'm gonna prep it and break up the fibers, but I'm gonna wrap it around to see like how much I need. And then wrap it around this way again to see how much I need. Don't want to pull it too tight because otherwise you're going to pull your straws loose. So I'm going to go right about her. I'm not going to give a measurement on this because it's optional if you want to. I mean, a lot of it is optional. But also too, like, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to worry about doing it. Or if you have like a specific banner die. So I'm gonna first start this on the inside. And then I'm gonna apply my hot glue around the straw, because it'll be a lot easier to wrap it into the right place versus me putting the glue on the paper. So again, we don't want to pull too tight. So I'm gonna go ahead and add hot glue right here on the front of the straw. Careful not to go too far. So now I have my placement over my cardstocks going, and then I can still cut it a little bit more. And then now I'm gonna add it to the actual paper. Oh, she's coming together quite nicely. All right, so now for fun, I have these cute little pumpkin picks. They're cupcake picks, and I got them from the Zola tree. So I'm gonna grab these. They may be too long. Let's see. Oh no, look at that, perfection. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm not even gonna take it off of the stick. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the hot glue to the pick. I gotta do it this quick before it dries, and just slide it on in, making sure my pumpkin is facing forward. And that way too, it kind of helps with holding your straws, making it stable. And then I'm gonna do the same thing over on this one. And as I put it in, because I only put the hot glue on that one side of the pick, I am pushing that portion towards me, towards the front of the straw. So then that's where I want it to seal. Of course, if you put it on the back, then you want to have it pushed towards the back. So you can see here, is more towards the front of the straw versus the back. So it just all depends on where you put your glue. And really, that is the gist of it. Now it's all about decorating it and making it look super cute, making it, you know, doing you. So let's go ahead and let's do that. And here is my finished look. Really, really cute and adorable, super easy. This is something that you can do without dies or anything like that. Again, the only other tool that you may not have in your stash is the memory index punch. But again, you can use your hole punch. I'm sure everybody got a hole punch. And go ahead, mark your places, and then cut a little slit in there. If you already have a memory index, gifted from somebody, you can go ahead and line that up to help give you a guide. So I really like how this turned out. Here's the back, so there's room to add any information on there or a photo if you use yours for memory keeping, and then a fun little display in the background. So you see, like I said, it's supposed to be like a market stand, so you have all your potions and, you know, eyeballs and whatever stuff that people use. And you have just like little fun ghost and pumpkin ready to take your order. And just, yeah, have fun with it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you guys go ahead and go ahead and do it, and if you do, make sure you tag me over on the gram, because I would love to see how you recreate it. And again, don't forget, I do have a giveaway going on with this series. Check down below in the description box for all the information. But until next time, guys, bye.